From now to 2050, the world's population is expected to grow by more than 30%, and that will result in an estimated 2.3 billion more mouths to feed. How will nations cope with the growing demand for food? Gregory Gottlieb is Senior Deputy Assistant Administrator for the State Department's Bureau for Food Security. He oversees the development of activities associated with Feed the Future, the U.S. government's global hunger and food security initiative. He joins us now from our Washington newsroom. Mr. Gottlieb, welcome to Bloomberg's Bottom Line. Thank you so much for your participation in our series.
Thanks for having me.
Mr. Gottlieb, how bad is the problem? We've been talking about this since noon today, and my colleague Tom Keene has had guests on. Can you describe for us the scope of the food insecurity problem around the globe?
Well, the FAO, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the UN, says that there's about 1 billion people that are hungry, are malnourished around the world, and so that's the broadest scope of what we look at. What we also try to look at is we look at the issues of poverty, those that live under $1.25 a day, and we also track those around the world who we believe are sort of chronically vulnerable and also vulnerable under circumstances such as droughts, as you just discussed in a previous story. So of a population of 7 billion people, 1 billion is the population that we're looking after.
Is that 1 billion, are those people who are an imminent threat of starvation?
Not necessarily. They are people that live under the poverty line, and if prices are relatively stable for them, they will manage to get by. But I think from our perspective, we just want to be able to do much better by those that are the most vulnerable. So it's our desire in our U.S. government program to try to raise incomes over time so that there were fewer people that live under that poverty line.
Mr. Gottlieb, how exactly do you go about doing that? Because as you mentioned, that $1.25 figure a day, that's staggering. I would imagine most places around the world, but here in the United States, staggering to a lot of people. How do you raise those income levels? What types of jobs are we talking about?
Well, the initiative that we're working on, the presidential initiative of Feed the Future, is designed to look at a number of countries, focus countries in Africa and Latin America and Asia, where we can target communities that we believe where we can raise their incomes through looking at staple crops and also crops that provide income. For instance, in a place like Senegal, you can look at the fishing industry, where we can help improve not just what people catch, but how they can market it. We look at it from a policy standpoint as well. We look at how can we break down trade barriers so that farmers in a part of Ghana that can grow more soybeans, for instance, can market them throughout West Africa. And those are the kinds we're trying to target agriculture and also the value chain that goes with agriculture. So you're looking at warehousing, you're looking at transportation, and all along those value chains there are jobs if we can just improve things on the agriculture side.
All right, Mr. Gottlieb, unfortunately we're going to have to leave it there, but we'd like to have you back as we continue to go forward and examine this very critical issue. Gregory Gottlieb, Senior Deputy Assistant Administrator for the Bureau of Food Security, joining us in Washington. Sir, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.